Vipers SC will be hosting Entebbe UPPC in the renowned Entebbe Road Derby, and Vipers have a golden opportunity to go 7 points clear on top of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League after rivals KCCA Football Club blinked yesterday against Calvary Football Club in a shock result that saw KCCA Football Club sleeping on the course of chasing their 14th StarTimes Uganda Premier League title. I am Alex Mugalubisima. I do welcome you on today's coverage, where we shall be focusing on the Entebbe Road Derby. It's Vipers up against Entebbe UPPC. 3 of the sides that are contending for the title already have played their matches, and the final word is for Vipers SC. They have the opportunity at the end of the 90 minutes to say, catch us if you can. There will be 7 points stand as we go into the lineup for starters. That's the opportunity. It's possible.
I think it will resonate with my prediction. They might even increase that. Like we talked about it, the running looks to be scary for Vipers because the teams are big, but it is even harder for the chasing back because you cannot underestimate any team. You saw what Calvary did. They almost have nothing to fight for, but they have a lot of things to achieve, including the new coach, Dudu Bosco, who was facing his former employers, KCCA FC. So he had something to run about. And then the players there at Calvary, again, have something to fight for. So you cannot underestimate any team. For Vipers, the fixture gave them teams where you cannot sleep. And they are almost real finals. And against UPPC, this is an Entebbe Road Derby. Of course, they might be blessed by one.
Down at St. Mary's Stadium in Entebbe, Vipers SC have the golden opportunity to turn the knife this very evening. We shall be taking a look at the starting lineup for Vipers SC as they take on Entebbe UPPC. And Dennis Chigundu is in goal. Milton Karisa puts on the captain's armband. Kevin De Silva, Badi, Tadeo Ranga, Chukuma Odili, Enoka Sebagala, Junior Yunus Sentamu, Enoka Luima, Hilary Panura Mkundane, Abdul Karim Watambara, Ashraf Amandela. Still no Usama Arafat, but has a place on the bench today, Tony, after missing out in the other game. But Enoka Sebagala returns to the team. Yunus Sentamu starts his second game with Karisa as well, Tony.
The coming back of Sebagala and also Odili in the lineup. Odili in the lineup is good for them. When you look at the last game they played without these 2 players. They kind of struggled a little bit in terms of going forward, in terms of creativity. You saw even the goals they got. I think they needed it so much to bring back the likes of Sebagala in the midfield, and also Odili in the flank, where he does his trickery, tries to bring in crosses for the strikers. I think it's good for them, and I think they are looking at this game as a final, because where the league has reached now, you don't expect them to joke around. The moment they start joking and maybe making less than a win, maybe a draw or something of that sort, or losing a game, the title can slip away from them. So I think they have brought a team that you think they have come to fight and get the 3 points. What I want to comment about this team, they have to have the characteristics for champions. The teams that won championships, they come on the pitch with the mental composure. You know, a game is played in moments. At one point, you are leading the game. At another point, you tend to be lagging behind or something, chasing the game. All these things might happen in the game. And if they have the mental composure in this game, I think they can all the way win the game and they stay at the top.
Vipers SC briefly, the Venoms have the opportunity to turn the title race into probably a title possession.
Yeah, they have it, but the challenge is going to be how they form the forward line, because without the 2, Usama and Odili, they tried to shuffle and having Milton and then Ugwang and then Yunus Sentamu. Of course, it was a different setting from what happened there, and you saw them struggling to put a stranglehold on the game where the opponents looked a little weaker. Now, again, against UPPC, which you think their strongest point has been their defense. They have kept clean sheets for quite a long time. That is something that you must credit them for. And approaching them with that formation, you think Odili might not come back to the left because Yunus also prefers to play on the left. He might be switched on to the right. And then Milton also is a right-handed player. So you might see Yunus coming in the middle if Odili is going to the left and Milton on the right. But it's a little bit tricky. How Yunus behaves when he's played in the middle is a little different. He peels away from the defense and tries to come into cover. And how they try to make that intersection and the mobility, it could be a blessing in disguise for them, especially against a team that might be struggling for movement. They are very good, the defenders, Ahmed Amayo and Mujuzi Mustafa. They are very good when they know who the target man is, especially for Mujuzi. And then Amayo might choose to be the one marking. But with that kind of mobility, you think that they might either distract the defensive strategy of UPPC, or else they might also find it challenging to get the kind of telepathy to try and play. So it will be very key to see, especially with the return of Sebagala. You might think that Watambala will be coming into the pocket more than he did in the previous games, especially without him. So how they are going to form up, that telepathy might be missing, or it might be actually a blessing in disguise that they look unpredictable on the day.
Let's probably talk about Augusto Mlongo's influence on the pitch. Should we say is a super substitution of a player? How can he be used more or starting those games? How best can Augusto Mlongo be used at Vipers? Because he currently has 5 goals on his name, and he has actually averaged less than 30 minutes in the StarTimes Premier League, but 5 goals.
Yeah, it is crazy how he scores goals, and whenever he comes on, he gets the chances and scores goals. I think he's a good striker, but what he has to change is his mentality, maybe. Or he has to have a coach that tries to tune his mind into a proper setting and tells him you can start a game and even play 90 minutes and also score goals. Because when you look at how the strikers score in this Vipers squad, they score on a very low pace. Look at their top scorer is Watambala, a midfielder coming from midfield, not the striker. So I think he's a guy who should be given even more time to play, because he has proved whenever he comes on, he scores goals. So he needs more time. That means if he plays in 90 minutes, you never know he can score a hat-trick. Yeah, but I think he just needs to change his mentality and puts it into himself that he can score goals, and then work for it and start games.
It talks about mentality. Is it a question of the system that Vipers plays as well? Because we saw Anoker also being their top scorer despite the players that were around. And I remember one time, last time we were at Chitende as we wrapped up the other season, Mlongo was also coming on as a substitute, and it looked like he was going to have a very, very good season ahead. And as also remained as a substitute even this season.
I think he has become comfortable. When he came up, he was the virtual unknown from the strikers they signed. And when you look at the 3 seasons before and up to today, they have had over 10 strikers, and some of them were high profile, including the Brazilian who later left. You look at players like, right now they have Mark Yala. He is more high profile than him again. When they had the likes of Ekbad, and then they had the late Lawal. You look at the Theo Osmado something, Fumado, Asiwome, the Ghanaian again. So when you look at even the local ones, Charles Ogwang, and then you have Isaac Ogwang rather, and then you have Kenneth Chimera. They were all more known players. So you think that he came because someone noticed his quality, but he did not have that high profile. From Sizaman Manzoki, I think there has not been a striker who stands out. And again, when you look at these ones like Yunus Sentamo and Milton Karisa, they are more high profile in the team, only that they are not direct strikers. And the team had chosen to play the diamond midfield with 2 false 9s. So the number 9s have all struggled to get a starting slot. So Gusto, for him, he's very comfortable being on the bench. He comes, yes, he might not have the mentality to start, but also he has the heart to stay on course when he comes in, because some strikers feel underrated when they are put on the bench, so much that when you put them on, they don't change the game. So Gusto is comfortable with that, and that is the benefit that he has given. Because when you have Isaac Ogwang, who was starting the previous game, that means they know he cannot come on to change the game. He may be looking disoriented. The same way you see Yunus Sentamu coming. He was very lively today. But even in the other games where he comes in and scores, like the game against Mbarara and UPDF, he did not celebrate. They literally dragged him to celebrate. So some of them are not comfortable on the bench, and he has gotten that, and he has slowly become the plan B. And then the other thing, some of these players do not have the gas to play 90 minutes like we want them to do, even when the proficiency in scoring is very high. So maybe he's one of those that cannot last 90 minutes, because we see it with Sports Club Villa's Andrew team. When he starts games, he's not that good. When he comes on, he looks to know everything around him. So somewhere, somehow, some players become like that. And when you look at history, the late Hassan Biruma, the father of Hassan Waswa, would always score winning goals for KCCA, but he could not start. Alexis Savili at Sports Club Villa was even dubbed Trezeguet. He was always scoring, even hat-tricks in the second half. Then the legend in Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, in one game he scored 4 goals in the last 8 minutes. Then he started the next game and he fired blanks. So Ferguson said, no, this guy is comfortable coming off the bench, and he lived his career on that. So somewhere, somehow, some players are designed like that, but you cannot beat the fact that Gusto Mulongo might not have the same movements of these players, but the ball moves towards him. He looks like he has a magnet for the ball. Even when he makes a bad run, the ball will go into his path. When he makes a good run, you see it very beautiful. So I think somewhere, somehow, Vipers scored by having the plan B striker, where all the other plans fail. And when it does happen, that is why, more probably, that is what defines the winning team and those that are also runs or near the main.
Well, Tony, does 7 points give Vipers